Hey guys, welcome back to Beautiful You. I wanted to talk about saying I'm sorry today. For all my life, I've always said I'm sorry. It's just been ingrained in me since I was a kid. And I did some reading on it, and saying I'm sorry for everything actually is another part of being a people pleaser. We were brought up with manners. We were taught to be polite, and so saying I'm sorry for something comes naturally when we want to set things straight. But I encourage you to find alternative verbiage to use, because when you say I'm sorry all the time for everything, for example, something that wasn't even your fault, like the wind blew and it blew someone else's papers over and it had nothing to do with you, but you were next to them. Some people would say, oh, I'm sorry. Or even something that seems legitimate, like two people talk at the same time and you say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you. Well, you didn't do anything wrong. You can say, excuse me, there's nothing wrong with that. But saying I'm sorry for everything, I'm sorry means I'm inferior. I'm sorry means sometimes I'm a loser. I'm sorry can mean I'm not worthy. And our brains hear these things. Our brains don't understand the other way that we can mean these things. So over time and continued use of the phrase I'm sorry, or even just sorry, actually leads our brains to believe that we really are inferior and not worthy, and it really can have a strong effect on our self-esteem. I'm one of the worst offenders of this. All my life I've done things with friends where we've promised we would put a nickel in a jar every time we said it, and different things like that. But I think I've gotten better at it because of this knowledge that I know that it brings down my own personal self-esteem to say it so often. Another thing I also read in preparation for this video that I haven't tried before was, that really makes a lot of sense, is instead of, along the same lines as changing the verbiage to excuse me or something less demeaning of yourself, was another suggestion to, instead of say I'm sorry, say thank you. I'm sorry I'm late. That is a fine line. You can't apologize for being late. But something better to do, which we'll talk about in a minute, is just not be late. But sometimes you can't help it. And again, if you can't help it, there was no intent. So there's no reason to say I'm sorry. So instead of saying, I'm sorry I was late, you can say, thank you for waiting on me. If you can find a way to turn I'm sorry into thank you, that's a double bonus, because you're expressing gratitude, which always helps you see more of your blessings and focus on them more rather than negative things. But you're also not demeaning yourself. I'm sorry should be reserved also for when you actually need to say it. So for example, if you need to apologize for something, just saying I'm sorry, while it can be humbling, doesn't really do anything. I'm sorry should mean something along the lines of, I'm going to do everything in my power to not allow that to happen again. And that's a true apology. Saying I'm sorry and not doing anything to change it really demeans the word or the phrase. So by saying I'm sorry for everything, number one, you're demeaning yourself and your brain hears it, and it destroys your self-esteem and your self-confidence. Number two, it demeans the phrase I'm sorry. So when you actually need to say it, it's far less meaningful. And so in order to change these things, number one, use different verbiage, such as excuse me, or oh, I didn't mean to do that. And number two, change sorrow and demeaning your own self. Exchange that for gratitude and thanking someone for anything. You can always find something for which to be grateful. So I hope that was helpful. I'm going to take my own advice today, and I'm going to work on this more myself. And if this helps you, please share it, like it, subscribe, do all those things. Isn't this tree beautiful? I love it. Thank you so much, y'all. Have a wonderful day. Beautiful you.